everybody, and welcome back to another episode of The Points of Articulation. My name's Dave, and today we're looking at the Star Wars Titanium Clone Turbo Tank. Now, this was first seen in Star Wars Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith, and also had a small appearance in Rogue One. Now, the HAVWA-6, or as some like to call it, the Juggernaut, was a tank/transport used by the Galactic Republic during the Clone Wars, and then the Empire. Now, a long time ago, I did review one of these bad boys with the snow paint job, and in that video I said that the cockpit was here, which is true. However, these ships actually have two cockpits. One right here, and a smaller one right there, so I guess I was 50% right. But in the films, such as Revenge of the Sith or Rogue One, they do come in driving like this, and then all their weapons fire. So, pretty interesting. So the length of this particular model is a little under 2 3/4 inches in length, which is pretty nice for a titanium ship. Now we do have a little bit to talk about today. We're going to look at the mold, check out the paint. Now this particular one doesn't come with a stand, but I will show you what it looks like on one. And then we will compare it and we'll be done. So let's get moving. Alright, kicking this review off, let's begin by looking at the mold. And I must say, this is a nice job on here. Now, I'll bring up why I prefer this one over the snow variant when I talk about the paint. But, these are nice models. So let's begin on the bottom. We have 2 screws, copyright crap, some details molded in around the wheels. The wheels themselves are rubber, and are molded pretty good. Now, this one spins, and the front or rear spins, depending on which way it's going. These 3 in the center are static. The tires move a little bit, but they're raised up, as you can see here. So they never touch anything. It's all for show. But it rolls pretty good. It's like a Hot Wheels. Now for underneath, they have some great details going down there. Pretty sick. Right here should be a door. We saw that in Rogue One. Pretty cool. Now moving on to the main body here. I guess we'll start in the front. We have our cockpit. We have blasters on the sides. There should be blasters on the bottom, but they're not molded in. Moving on, we have right here, in the film, this panel opens up and missiles or rockets come out. So that's cool. We have our medium blasters. Moving towards the back, we have our secondary cockpit. This right here is a heavy laser turret. And that is molded very nice. It actually has 3 barrels on there. Pretty cool, and a sight. And that can spin all the way around. Pretty cool. Again, the secondary cockpit. Moving back here. Some great stuff on here. Now to the top. Again, more blasters. This section right here, in the film, that rises up. That's an observation post. So a guy would get in there and it raises up so you could see the battlefield. Pretty cool. Got a couple hatches, modules. Right here is the heavy laser. So that's pretty awesome. Again, more details. And then going down to the secondary cockpit. Pretty sick. I think they did a nice job with this. And the paint job, that just helps the detail pop on this. And speaking of paint, let's check that out. Alright, when it comes to the paint, the color on the bottom of the ship, it's like a tannish with a little grayish hue in there. And that's a decent color. There's no black wash or anything on this section, which is a shame. We have a little dark gray, a little black, brown on the sides. And then we have a dark gray for all these sections, basically the supports for the wheels. And those actually pop down here. So that's pretty cool they did that. They didn't even have to paint it underneath the wheel. So nice touch there. Now onto the tires. We have dark gray and silver for each tire. So that's pretty sweet. Now for the main color of the ship. I had a hard time coming up with this because at first you think it's metallic gray. But it's actually like a metallic gray with a rose or purplish hue in it. And you can see it a little bit throughout the ship. So that's pretty interesting to say the least. Pretty cool though. I like how it reflects light. Very neat. It looks very dirty. A little black wash helps that. but I do like how it's a mixture of colors. You can see it's a little red right here. Pretty cool. Now, speaking of red, we do have the maroon stripe, which is associated with the Republic. And I think that came out pretty decent. Nice and clean for the most part. Little maroon right at the top here as well. Pretty cool. We got dark gray. Dark gray right here for the gun. Then we have dark gray and silver for the heavy laser turret, which came out pretty nice. Now, the final thing about the paint I want to bring up is the black wash, which is amazing. It fills in all these little details, but it works best on the sides, in my opinion. It fills in the windows of the cockpit, the panels, little modules, and I especially like this part right here. I think that looks sweet. On the other side, it's the same. All the windows, compartments. Very nice. This looks awesome. Earlier I said I preferred this version over the snow variant. And as you can see here, it is just, even though I do like the paint scheme, this one, the detail just pops. Here, the details are kind of lost in the sauce. But it is what it is. They're both very nice models. But I just prefer the more accurate version, I guess. So that's everything for the paint and the mold. So now let's see what this guy looks like on a stand, compare it to some other ships, and then we'll be done. Alright, this particular clone turbo tank doesn't come with a stand, but this is one that came with the snow version. So you just put it down like there, get your turbo tank, put it on like so, and you're good to go. Now for a little size comparison with the clone turbo tank, we have its counterpart, the snow version. Then we have the Titanium Republic Cruiser, a nice ship here. And finally, the Republic AT-OT. And that does it today for my review of the Star Wars Titanium Clone Turbo Tank. First seen in Star Wars Episode 3 Revenge of the Sith, and for its length, it's a little bit under 2 3/4 inches, which is pretty nice for a titanium vehicle like this one. Now, I know I reviewed the snow variant of the same vehicle several months ago, but now with my better quality, we could take a great look at this vessel and see what it really has to offer. So what do I like about this ship? First of all, the detail. I liked it when I reviewed it as the snow variant, and nothing has changed. All these little panels and lines and weapons are magnificent. Another positive is the paint. It works so well with the mold. First of all, the color choices I think are very nice. With this metallic gray, dark gray, silver on the wheels. Very good choices. Now what makes this, for me anyway, is the black wash or weathering. And that just brings out all the details. From the aft of the vehicle to the front. Just filling in all these little crevices and panels and trenches. It just brings it to life. Now the third positive point I have about this vehicle is the moving parts. The rotatable laser cannon, the front and back wheels which rotate, which is awesome. This thing rolls really well. And now for the negatives, the only one I could think about is obviously it does not come with a stand. I'm a little upset about that, but I could probably go on eBay and get a used one and it would look great. Now, if you're looking to buy the Clone Turbo Tank, I have seen these pretty cheap on eBay and Amazon. Now, I recommend this for anybody who's a fan of the Republic, the Clone Wars, or the Empire. It's a nicely detailed vehicle. So that's everything I have to say about this ship today. I hope you enjoyed my review. If you did, hit that like button. And if you'd like to see new reviews every Thursday, subscribe. Again, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.